the conditioning and the brainwashing to be just like everybody around you is ridiculous. You don't have to be just like everybody around you. You can be your own person. You can be totally different. And almost to the point where I'm like, it seems like we need two different societies, the completely holistic society and the completely artificial society. And I think, so I think I'm talking to the earth signs. And I think that having two different sides is okay, even within yourself. Having two different opinions, two different sides, trying to balance two different parts of yourself. You know what I mean? So thinking that we have to be so the same and so on the same page is cult-like. You understand? Everybody is meant to have a different spiritual belief, a different religion, a different diet, we have different blood, we have different. So it's okay to adapt what's best for you and your bloodline rather than what's best for the person next to you. And and like, we're only meant to adapt so we can grow. The less that we adapt, the more we hinder ourselves. You ever notice people who aren't willing to adapt to change or think about things differently? You ever notice how hindered they are? Or how angry they are? Or how stressed they are? Just trying to say that they're the only ones and only their opinion matters, and only, it's like, no, everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's ideals and ideals matter. And when you hear people arguing, they're both coming from a place of love and protection. That's why people argue, because they're trying to protect something. Generally, and I'm talking specifically over these debates and bullshit, generally they're trying to protect humanity. Everybody wants to protect each other. There's two different stories. They're completely opposite stories. They're rivaling against each other. But where is the middle? I mean, there has to be some people on the middle, You can't be all the way on the left screaming, burn down the cities and cancel the police, like, all the way that way. Like, okay, maybe we need to not go to Costco or Target and we should go to mom and pop shops. Okay, maybe we should get the police to take yoga classes and become yoga teachers and Reiki masters before they become police officers, so that they're speaking energetically, spiritually, taking their time through every decision, but also got the quick wit of a Tai Chi master type of thing. So, right? So I can see that. And then all the way on the right where it's like, no abortions, and like, we'll carry guns into stores. Like, okay, yeah, keep your guns, keep them at home so that you can protect yourself and defend your family. And like, I understand that we could take precautions to avoid abortions, such as giving families more money, telling men not to rape. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like teaching mothers basic skills, learning, like, there's things to do, preventative things on both sides of the extreme story. So being all the way one way and all the way the other way is completely nuts at this point, because it's so extremely far different and the stories are so extremely far opposite. Like, you have to find the middle. And then when you find the middle and you start looking at all the truths, you have to really realize that you're the only person you can listen. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to see with your eyes. You can't just do what other people say to do, and you can't just agree with something because someone said it's true. You need to look into that shit. You need to study and do research on both sides of the fence. You can't just look at one side and say, this is obviously the truth. You can't just look at the other side and say, no. But like I was telling this lady before, there's two sides. There's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. Right? We hear that all the time. So None of us, if we can admit it, even could even really know the truth in this situation unless we're following our hearts, and our hearts are our truest guides. And like, okay, follow your heart, but not from the surface. Go dig deep, all right? So, you know. Anyway, the truth is out there, people. It's scary. Nobody wants to hear it. That's usually how it goes. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta uncover it. So that's what you guys are here for. Earth signs, specifically pertaining to Geminis and the dual nature there. Finding the balance, Earthies, because you've been super sensitive, and then you were super shelled and hard. And now you're turning into that soft powder like dirt. Like gross things, like you're not sand anymore, you're not dry. Desert salt, you're not mud anymore, you're not sinking, sunking, stuck. You are that moldable, pliable soil, decomposing like the vulture, decomposing, using the waste, things you've learned to renew, grow flowers. You guys are doing really well right now. I do have some cards I planned on pulling. Five of Wands. So, I feel like you're losing the weight in the battle. So, like, instead of being so strong and ready to fight all the time, you're more so like, dropping the burdens of battle. It's like, I don't need to use this in this moment, like knowing when to fight, and then drop it and then kick it, pick it up, use it later type of thing, like, you know, so that you're not so heavy weighted like as your opponent is and would be. The Five of Pentacles, oh man. Moving out of an eerie situation, almost being kicked out. It's like not exactly knowing where you're going to be at, but learning how to focus in on you here with the Ten of Cups. So much abundance, but not really accepting it, noticing it, realizing it, or needing it. It's like there's all this stuff, but it's not what you want. Learning how to face and deal with your emotions, realizing that you are a creature of love. And interestingly enough, most of the people around you are as well. Everyone is really coming from a place of love, and there's just a lot of confusion in the air. Everybody wants to protect, defend, and save each other. And this is really creating such a divide when we need to be coming together. The Fool, you are really learning how to balance in situations where you usually be nervous to act or speak. So yeah, I think you're letting go of control, which is also helping you in that that battle technique of dropping things down, kick it up, control. When do I need it? When do I don't need it? You've got the energy of the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles. So actually really being very aware of what's going on. Being ready to receive your next blessing, but also being full at the same time with what you have. Being able to balance all the elements, so therefore comes back into the fighting technique, the Tai Chi Masters, as we were talking about. You guys are getting really good at knowing what to pick up and what to put down. Finally speaking your truth. I feel it was really hard for you, but in a stern, powerful way, you're learning how to create that truth as like your backbone. Like, no, it's the real truth, and I know my truth, and you can't tell me it. And that's causing you success. But now there is this devil energy in the background, somebody leading you astray or causing confusion. Just be mindful that you don't let your innocence get the best of you, your desire get the best from you, your admiration get the best from you. You need to use the strengths from the people that you love the most, or the people that intimidate and give you the most. Like those energies have, like, for me, when I need power and authority, I channel my father's energy because he has that and he gets that. So, and there's a way to channel it where I keep my mother's energy in mind, and I work with it, because usually I keep my mom's energy at the forefront, the loving, caring, innocence, artistic spiritualist. But when I need to protect myself, I put on my father's shields, and that was, anointed unto me the powers of my ancestors. There's strength in that. So it doesn't matter what your relationship actually is with your parents or the people who raised you. They raised you for a reason. Their vibrational frequency works with your body. For whatever reason, past, present, future, make it work for you. Your cup is overflowing, though, because you are learning to be poised and balanced, even when the devil's around. You know how to quit and do things pretty much at ease, but don't take advantage of that, because you can get stuck very easily just because you think you're free, if that makes sense. So organize yourselves. Okay, organize yourselves. I think that's it. The 10-minute reading is up. Organize yourselves, but you're doing really good. I'm kind of really proud of you. I don't really think there's much else for me to say. Sticking to your guns is very important, and you've created a solid foundation. Things are going to start blooming for you. But keep working with your hands. Keep digging, just keeping at the root of it. Keep speaking your truth. Keep loving. Okay? Namaste. My prayers are with you. May the best interests of the whole entire universe conspire to make you great. Namaste.